How's it going, everybody? So you want to get yesterday's study to really absorb the Daniel items. We're going to start with 25, which I went back in, I went ahead and showed 25 yesterday in the context of the whole column, the whole story of what's going on there and how it relates to today's end times and so forth. There was one thing I wanted to look at real quick. Hang on a second. Yeah, I can't remember what it was. Went to search for it. Iron, like in the Old Testament, how they iron what we had talked about, and Daniel 2:43, the iron mixing with the miry clay, and how it's about technology and how that's the final kingdom. It is this technological world we're living in, and how devastating it will be, and where the fallen angels reside. Like, it's just all, I thought maybe there was some references to maybe look at in the Old Testament. Maybe it was about Lucifer. I can't remember. Anyway, when a strong man is fully armed and guards his palace, his possessions are safe until someone even stronger attacks and overpowers him, strips him of his weapons, and carries off his belongings. Anyone who isn't with me opposes me, and anyone who isn't working with me is actually working against me. And that all goes back to separating the sheep from the goats, the wheat and the tares. And I come not to unite, but to divide. I really butchered that Bible verse, but it looks like. So Jesus said, "Suppose ye that I have come to give peace on earth? I tell you, nay, but rather division." So he's ordained this world that will oppose him. And they will oppose the sheep. They will oppose. I'm in hope of being part of that. So I'm in hope of saying they will oppose us when we tell the truth. They will oppose us regardless. God makes sure of that. Our God, the God of the Bible, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the I am. And yeah, that's what the word of God is. It's like the sword that divides. So let me stay where I'm at here. When an evil spirit leaves a person, it goes into the desert searching for rest. But when it finds none, that's interesting, desert, that's what the Super Bowl is going to be. But when it finds none, it says, I will return to the person I came from. So it returns and finds that its former home is all swept and in order. Then the spirit finds 7 other spirits more evil than itself, and they all enter the person and live there. And so that person is worse off than before. Goats just keep getting worse and worse. Sheep, they get the call, and they're cleansed of that demonic realm ruling their life. As he was speaking, a woman in the crowd called out, God bless your mother, the womb from which you came, and the breast that nursed you. Jesus replied, but even more blessed are all those who hear the word of God and put it into practice. So again, there's multiple times where Jesus destroyed that religion in Rome that places her as the queen of the universe, which is all divine feminine goddess worship, which is what Christmas is about. And what is the other one? Your mother and your brothers stand here without. Matthew 12, King James Version, Bible Gateway. So while he yet talked to the people, behold, his mother and his brethren, his mom and his brothers, stood without, desiring to speak with him. Stood without means they're without him. They want to speak to him, but they're kind of standing there like with nothing. He's not there. He's not talking to them. Then one said unto him, behold, thy mother and thy brethren stand without, desiring to speak with thee. And Jesus said, who is my mother? Who are my brethren? And stretched forth his hand towards his disciples and said, behold, my mother and my brethren. For whosoever shall do the will of the Father which is in heaven, the same is my brother and sister and mother. Now we go back to today's, and oh, it didn't highlight for us, did it? There it goes. Thank you. 27 and 28. Let's go to the King James and read that. And it came to pass as he spake thee, let me highlight it too. Leave off the period, leave off the chapter, and suddenly it highlights. And it came to pass as he spake these things, a certain woman of the company lifted up her voice and said unto him, blessed is the womb that bare thee, and the paps which thou hast sucked. And he said, yea, rather blessed are they that hear the word of God and keep it. Again, this was not any disrespect to his mother. This was to absolutely disrespect pagan Rome. And when the people were gathered thick together, he began to say, this is an evil generation. They seek a sign, and there shall no sign be given it but the sign of Jonas the prophet. Which, of course, 3 days in the whale, Jesus 3 days in the earth, rising on the third day, I should say. And so we closed yesterday with me moving ahead and actually giving you this verse. And if I were to give you Daniel 7:21 through 25, this is what we went through yesterday. And again, the yellow is God winning. And so the horn made war with the saints, 21. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High. So shall make war with the saints, shall wear out the saints. I have them color-coded, both in green. Made war with the saints, shall wear out the saints. That's Daniel 7:21 through 7:25, speaking of the horn, which is the Antichrist. Jesus said the Antichrist would be here in his own name. A horn is a trump. So easy. It's like shooting fish in a barrel, isn't it? I can't remember if it's Matthew 5:43 or John 5:43. It's John. John 5:43. I come in my Father's name, and ye receive me not. If another shall come in his own name, him ye will receive. He's speaking to the Jews. And Trump is on temple coins over there in Israel. Donald Trump, Israel temple coin. All different kinds of coins. They receive him, of course. And Israel loves Trump. Trump loves Israel. He's here to make Israel great again. And he's here in his own name because a horn is a trump, and Trump Tower's 5 multiple addresses, 721 through 725 Fifth Avenue, perfectly match the little horn of Daniel 7 passage. Shall make war with the saints, shall wear out the saints. Trump Tower, 5 multiple addresses, 721 through 725 Fifth Avenue. I know, it's crazy, isn't it? 664 foot tall, 202 meter mixed use skyscraper at 721-725 Fifth Avenue. Can't make it up, can you? Cannot make it up. You cannot make this stuff up. Goats don't have the capacity to grasp or understand any of this in truth. And he shall speak words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws. And they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and the dividing of time. And of course, Jesus said he cuts those days short. Now here's God winning again. But the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion to consume and destroy it unto the end. And the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole earth shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey him, the one true God. Hitherto is the end of the matter. As for me, Daniel, I have the worst time with this. My cogitations much troubled me. I think I want to know how to pronounce that word. I know of like cognition, but there's no N with that word. Pronunciation, please.
Cogitations.
Thank you, cogitations. That's what I said. No, you didn't. Cogitations. 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 You know, next time I won't remember it again. Y'all do know that, don't you? I'm just saying. The action of thinking deeply about something, contemplation. As for me, Daniel, my contemplation of all of this much troubled me, and my countenance changed in me. I wonder if I pronounced that right, countenance. I'm pretty, that's like the expression on your face. You turn white, you turn pale. A person's face or facial expression. And then if we get into pronunciation, I do this with my students.
Countenance.
Countenance. It's more of a cown. I say countenance. Countenance.
Countenance.
I got you. I got you. Enough already. I'm kidding. All right, hitherto the end of the matter. As for me, Daniel, my seriously? Cogitations. My cogitations much troubled me, and my countenance changed in me, but I kept the matter in my heart. Now we're going to move to chapter 8. In the 3rd year of the reign of Belshazzar, a vision appeared unto me, even unto me, Daniel, after that which appeared unto me at the first. And I saw in a vision, and it came to pass, when I saw that I was at Shushan in the palace, which is in the province of Elam, and I saw in a vision, and I was by the river Ulai, not sure. Love you very much. Ask questions anytime. That's what I'm here for.